Now, I have a question for our newest troopers. The graduates from the 2009 recruit class are here in the audience, and we will recognize them in a moment. Do you know why Arkansans look at you with respect? Why they believe you're the best? It's because the troopers who came before you, the troopers who wore the uniform and the badge that you're wearing today. Don't forget, you have begun to write your story, the next chapter of history, for the next generation of troopers who will come after you. It's this never-ending story that sets the standard by which we benefit from the trust and support our citizens have in us. I believe we have a video that will help you understand what I'm talking about. It was a story that began 75 years ago today. Let's be on your left. 34 recruits started and only 2 dropped out. There were some sergeants and lieutenants out of the class. I do know that there were 2 captains in this group, 1 major, 1 lieutenant colonel, and then the 2 colonels. That was 44 years ago. The story of 66C is just one small part of a much bigger story about the Arkansas State Police. And like any good story, in order to appreciate it, you have to go back to the beginning. Listening to our predecessors from 75 years ago tell their stories, you begin to wonder just how the first Rangers ever survived.
You see, our officers were stationed in different parts of the state. Of course, we, without radio, we had to use telephone as the only direct communications we had. The boys would send in to the office daily reports, and on the reports would be a memorandum of where they would be probably the following day, and they expect to be.
Like I say, I didn't spend much time in the building because my first assignment was on a motorcycle. I'd leave Little Rock about 9 o'clock in the morning. My run was to Benton, Malvern, Arkadelphia, back around to Hot Spring. Sometimes I'd have to go down as far as Gurdon. We worked 12-hour shifts 7 days a week.
There's more than 60 years separating the youngest state troopers and the oldest retiree. But time doesn't break the family bond that exists among our troopers. It's a part of the ASP story that's alive and well.
I'm great. I'm Trooper Marlin with Arkansas State Police.
I'm Mary McKinley.
Just ask F.M. McKinley. He's 92 years old, and to listen to the conversation between him and Trooper Crystal Marlin, you'd never guess Freddie's been away from the job 30 years.
Well, I know as far as myself being a brand new trooper and being out, I'm sure times these days has changed significantly compared to back in the day when you were a trooper. Did you have drill instructors back then that would yell at you and make you do push-ups and stuff like that?
No, that was the only thing they ever done with us was run us through these lines with tear gas and stuff like that.
The retirees of the Arkansas State Police have always had an important role to play in the department. Legendary troopers like retired Lieutenant Howard Bear Chandler are adamant about finding the right people to serve as state troopers.
They look just like the troopers when I was a trooper. You got to love Arkansas to be an Arkansas State Trooper. You've got to stand up and be counted when you're called on. Have you observed the troopers out there working? They are the most courteous, the most disciplined people you'll find in this country.
Among the first African Americans to be hired by the state police was retired Captain Conrad Patillo. His own stories from the front lines and on the highway are some of the most important lessons we use today in teaching new recruits the importance of remaining focused on their mission.
When you go through troop school and you come out and you are ready to go to work as an Arkansas State Police officer, you are ready to go out there and do your job. Regardless of who you come in contact with, you're there to do a job. I can think of a time once when the Ku Klux Klan was having a rally out here at ULR. And we as state police officers had to go in and ensure that the Klan was able to express their constitutional rights. So we, having to do our duty and support the Constitution, we were protecting the Klan member. And if you'll look and see that my skin is brown, and here I am out here protecting a Ku Klux Klan member, and there was this one black lady that was standing in the crowd, and she said, "Boy, your grandmother's turning over in her grave now." That was just one part of having to do what was according to my job description and having to deal with the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of Arkansas. I had to do it, and it was something I was proud to do.
When Governor Futrell sat down to have his picture made with the First Rangers, I'm not sure anyone really had an idea of how history might write their story. 75 years later, we know they set the right course for us to follow. So with every new troop school, with every trooper still on the road, it's our job to make sure this story and all the responsibility that goes with it continues to live.
Let me have you guys on the second row come down one step.
That's the original group?
This is Governor Futrell. It's just 3 commissioners, and this is the original 13 Rangers that we have here.
Okay.
That's graduating class.
Yeah.
All 28 of them. We're really proud of them.
Well, we're proud of all of you. As I told you at graduation, you're a special bunch. And so you have a special responsibility because you're held in higher esteem than just about anybody else, and they expect more out of you. And I know that you'll acquit yourselves of that. So, is everybody liking it so far?
Yes, sir.
After you've gone through recruit school, this is easy compared to that.
If you can't see me and my camera, I can't see you, okay? Here we go for one more shot.